routes that you can go with the draft. Because maybe sometimes you find a real...
And we've moved on from the Nemesis Filipino chat wheel line to the Chinese region chat wheel lines. Oh, we've got a bit of Eastern Europe as well thrown in. Running the gamut of languages. The full Dota experience. And a late smoke from both teams. Are looking just to position themselves to get these further wards. Look for bounty runes. Should usually be Diag at the top two, Radiant at the bottom two. We'll see if that bottom river one gets contested, though. It looks like Tusk and Shadow Fiend kind of sitting in the area and waiting. But Yakutou Bros have brought the numbers down here. And Mira, Kiyotaka realized that's not worth fighting for. Let's go back and get the 2 for 2.
Yeah, just gonna go and get his body block as well. The body block on mid lane, very important here. If SF gets his own high ground, which he should probably be able to get a very nice block. He was first to his creeps. Then Invoker, who is a pretty weak laner, will struggle a lot against the SF matchup, I think. If he starts getting a bit of damage, build up the Necromastery, then last hitting against him is going to be a challenge. And of course, the quick race will start to build up the stacks.
Sorry, did you say he had the Exalt selected and now he's got Scholar of Corix?
Oh yeah, so he did change last second. He was on Agent of Galeron, but yeah, he went for the Quas facet. Very interesting. I've seen this a few times. It's the Ice Wall buff. Yo, go for the Radiant strategy. The Radiance and Ghost Walk on people.
No.
You know, I've actually seen that work in very, very high MMR games. It's a real meme build, and it's kind of strong now. Obviously, not saying that, you know, you should rely on your opponents not being able to see you, but the damage of it, the DPS is really high because the Ice Wall DPS talent on level 10 works with it. Oh, hold on. Holy is getting tower dome.
There's a level 2 Dawnbreaker coming at you. Toronto Tokyo cracked 2 much faster than anyone else in this lane. And able to put that to good use, getting first blood. You just don't expect, what, minute 15, dive under tier 1?
Yeah, that was crazy. Crazy early move, and I think that happened because the supports were battling off to the side a little bit, so both the cores got their level 2, but Dawnbreaker is the big power spike, getting both the Celestial and the Starbreaker. No glimpse available, sadly.
Up at top, Panto is giving it to the Bristleback. They have managed to drag the wave in front of this Radiant Tower, though, so at least beyond getting some golden experience. And, of course, Baboka is dragging lanes. Shenanigans. Manipulation of the waves.
This is what they have to do. Otherwise, this lane is very, very impossible. We'll see Baboka try and connect only 3 or 2 creeps. He gets the entire creep wave. That's fine. At least he connected in a good way where all the creeps are focusing the same target, and the enemy creeps are not. These are like super minute details, but they make a big difference. Just can't be able to deny everything here.
I think Emo just denied both water runes at minute 2. A bit sad for the Shadow Fiend.
He hates hydration.
He does.
Well, that's what happens when we have a non-bottle mid laner versus a bottle mid laner. The SF needs his mana.
God, that gap in the last hits. 18 for Ursa? There's no summons or anything, right? These are just all raw lane.
Oh, he got some skeletons. He got some skeletons from Troll. So 3 of those last hits are very low value, but still he is doing really well. Obviously, he's CSing greatly air on this lane. The Bristleback not having a great time.
And Kiyotaka and Saf also racking up the last hits and denies. And Emo 8 and 3, but as you said, as expected, with this Quas Invoker, who's going for Helm of the Dominator.
Of course he is.
As everyone should be.
Yes. Do you have Helm of Dominator, Gareth? Why not?
No.
Get one.
I should get one, but they're rather expensive.
They are. Especially the recipe surprises me always. 1125. It takes a while to finish it.
There you get all these little items.
I mean, it's better than the Midas. Pro players are saying it's like Midas, but better. And yeah, that sounds good to Invoker. He can even buff up that creep with Alacrity later on.
Goodness gracious me. Kiyotaka getting run at. Baboka here with Emo, getting on top of the Shadow Fiend. Mira trying to fight back in the disruption through the skewer. Sunstrike's coming in. Fairy Fire keeps Kiyotaka alive to turn and kill Emo off. But Disruptor's there with a Thunderstrike. At least trading out 1 for 1 as everyone and their mum is in this middle lane in a 3 versus 3.
We've seen more and more of this, right? The 4-minute everybody mid. Normally it's the 6-minute everyone there for the power rune, but for some reason in our games, yesterday and today, we see the activation happen just one step earlier on the 4-minute, preemptively just saying, okay, you know what? Attention to mid lane.
And still sticking around. Like this isn't just a one and done.
No, I mean, the side laners are going to be very happy. At least all the side lane heroes are heroes that do extremely well with getting experience solo for a little while. So I don't think anyone necessarily is getting a big edge over the other here. Weaver getting level 6 is going to be massive, but Dawnbreaker ulti is going to open up the map as well. So yeah, overall, Weaver should be taking over the lane more and more as time progresses. But
good pressure.
Yeah.
And Toronto Tokyo realizing Yakutou was on cooldown, had been used the last hit. So goes in with a couple of spells, but now with Ollie here, Raptor's going to glimpse this Dawnbreaker back into another Yakutou in a second, but yeah, diving that is a little too risky for Flyfly's
Mid lane. Going behind.
Going on there. Or action. Another skewer in, but the save's coming out. Shadow Fiend ends up off to the right. Baboka ends up dead back in Fountain.
Yeah, the Tusk. The reason Weaver didn't want to dive bottom is because he didn't see where the Tusk was, but Tusk was wrapping around on the mid lane there as they attempt to kill the SF. Instead, Tusk turns it around.
Yeah, I mean, the Tusk and Shadow Demon picks just feels so good. Like the fact that when you pointed out that the Shadow Demon was going to be able to stop the Magnus from pulling waves and things like that, that was a real eye-opener to be like, oh yeah, this Shadow Demon pick is pretty damn nice.
Oh yeah, and we saw him also counter the skewer there earlier by getting the early disruption. Very nice play. Ponto on point. Again, landing a nice combo.
Man, just keeps getting hammered. Dawnbreaker, what, 25 and 7? Weaver still out in front with the last hits, but we have had Beyond leave the lane now. Bristleback farming jungle, doesn't want to lane straight up into an Ursa who is having the time of his life.
Oh yeah, he's completely free farming. Nightfall is already dreaming of all the stuff he's gonna do once he gets his Battle Fury and you know how he's gonna farm up stuff. Meanwhile, the SF cleared out a triple stack on the big camp as well, so he's getting pretty good value.
I was looking through some stats earlier, and there was one which caught my eye because it was like the most denies in a TI game was like TI2
he's gonna do it.
misery on Drow.
Oh, that's so smart.
Disrupted and steals? Wow.
Yes. So Panto watched the Bristleback take Wisdom, waited a little bit, and towards the end of him taking it, since he already started taking Wisdom, he disrupts him, walks in, and uses the enemy progress and takes over that to take the Wisdom himself. It's so smart, man. The brain is so big.
Oh, that's incredible. So when you're bubbled and off the map, you don't count. You don't exist.
Yeah, exactly. And you use the enemy. It's same as Lotus, right? If someone starts taking Lotus or Wisdom, then the enemy can go in and use that progress if you leave. It's kind of weird. You share capture progress, I guess.
Interesting.
And Panto using that to his advantage. So double Wisdom for them.
That's a really good start.
Oh,
Lane's going well. Wisdom Shrine's taken. Mid lane Invoker's been kind of crushed. Bristleback's been kind of crushed. A devastating start for Yakult.
I mean, this is gonna hurt Baboka and Oli's game a lot as well. Getting no Wisdom Rune when you're roaming this much is hard.
Look at this. Bristle's trying to take Ancient stacks because that's all he can do, and he's just being dived by SF and Ursa. And now they're going to steal his stacks and still play aggressively.
Yeah, they're thinking about it at least. Looks like they're getting out. SF looking at bottom with the Invis Rune.
Oh my god, with the Requiem wound up. They should have the damage for this easily. A double kill for Kiyotaka. Oh man, Aurora just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I mean, most mid heroes, Invis Rune is one of those kind of meh runes to find early on, but Kiyotaka playing SF, that is one of the heroes that can actually do some insane damage when in Invis Rune. Surprise ulti.
And then they've blocked out this camp with a sentry as well.
Yeah,
So no more stacking in the large camp.
You can see a stacking difference as well so far. Already a lot of stacks being made by Dire.
I mean, Yakutou Bro is trying to defend this ancient high ground. Ursa comes in to munch some of the ancients himself. And this is taking two supports, Baboka and Oli, both here. trying to guard, protect it.
Yeah, but you're sitting around here just kind of doing what you can, but you get no experience. Meanwhile, the Tusk is level 6 already. So look for Mira to maybe find some really big gank now. Having the Walrus Punch enabled while both the enemy supports are just level 4. I mean, he could even think about getting the Weaver again. He died once already. Getting a second Weaver kill would be massive.
And
for
the
now,
Tusk,
he's gonna stack.
he's got a Quelling Blade on Tusk, I'm guessing for ward spots.
Yeah. Also, sometimes it's nice to, you know, enable stacking. Like right now, he did some pruning to just make the Ancients easier to stack. And then it can also be good for running close to cliffs to do the high ground trick with Ice Shards.
Right.
So for Tusk, there's multiple value.
Clever stuff. Right, we've got a bit of a lull, so I can talk about nonsense again. No, so I was looking through, Leah put a TI record book in for all the casters and stuff to see. So we've got a bunch of TI records. I was perusing at my own leisure, browsing through. I noticed the highest deny. Oh, good, we've got a pause as well. Perfect timing. Thank you so much. Denies on creeps seemed like, you know, kind of random stat. You know, doesn't seem super meaningful. Misery Misery TI
72 or something?
79 denies.
79, yeah.
He has held the record since the very first TI. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, but it makes sense because TI1 was very close to the Dota 1 meta, which even at its, you know, later stage Dota 1 meta was very freeze lane was the big mechanic, right? So
And you
we've
also denied
evolved.
XP, right?
Yeah. Denies didn't give you anything back then as well, if you go far enough back. So I think that was the case already at TI1. But essentially, Dota used to be so much about freezing lane. We talked about keeping the lane equilibrium at one spot. That's not really a big thing anymore. The concept is more pushing and using jungle, pushing and accelerating your farm by farming both the lane and the jungle. So it's just evolved to a different thing.
Well, dive on top. Maboka's going to skewer into the sauna. Doesn't have a TP though, so he cannot
around the
escape.
rosy?
Try and, run around a little boulder in there, but dies to nightfall anyway.
Not really fair when the guy chasing you has face boots and you have brown boots.
But yeah, you're right. We've evolved so much in those, 14 years since TI1? Now, so often we talk about hitting level 2. Hitting level 2 fast is a big thing, which means you've got to kill waves faster, which means pushing.
Yeah, and speaking about the TI record book, I had an interesting stat as well that I picked out from it. So, among the top 5 games played at TI, Team Spirit is not there, of course, which doesn't surprise anyone because they haven't been a team at most TIs, but they have been one of the most dominant teams we ever saw. So the interesting part is they're not among the top 5 most played, but they have more than double the most rampages of the second highest rampage team. They had 8 rampages, whereas the second highest was 4 rampages. So
the Yakutou effect.
Yeah, while not having played even top 5 most games, I don't even know if they would be in the top 10 most games played at TI. So, you know, Team Spirit, definitely one of those teams that's cool to look at.
And is that a meta shifting thing as well, where we just have more kills and more action, do you reckon?
Emo?
Invoker in a lot of trouble. Static Storm is there to try and protect him with Sunstrike damage. They tap Mirror down within an inch of his life, but they need a little bit more to finish him off. Deafening Blast is not enough.
Oh, no.
Tokyo's stuck on the high ground, gonna have to TP out now, though. And it looks like Aurora tried something, failed, but might be able to get away with their lives. Fly says no to Panto. He's dead. Mirror tucked himself away here. Shard pushes over the cliff, and that is a beautiful play, but Ollie cuts the tree, gets the glimpse, and the snowball will only delay the death of Mirror now, but some real fancy footwork, making Emo and Ollie work for it.
Ollie had a tango. I was like, did he have a Quelling Blade to counter this play? But he still had 1 tango remaining and used that fortunate tango to find the kill. Good stuff coming out there. So nice punish coming out by Yakutou as Aurora gets pretty aggressive in the face of this Invoker.
Yeah, putting up a fight, very important there. Not getting run over. It does mean that Bristleback, you keep on farming. You've got this Invoker and Weaver a little bit involved. They get a taste of blood.
I like the Invoker
sure
as
that Aurora pay for their crimes.
I like the Invoker as a little polywog right now as his creep. Probably not the most intimidating Dominator creep. It's running around. It is cute as hell, though. SF is gonna be like, okay. But of course, he takes a new creep, not gonna feed, so he takes a mud golem, always a nice one to have. When it splits, you get new creeps. So you can actively kill your own mud golem to get 3 stuns in a row by dominating a lane creep or dominating a nearby creep.
Baboka has his blink. Looking for a bit of action. Doesn't find it bottom, so instead we'll go up top where Nightfall is just munching on Beyond. But there's the RP. Baboka catches them. Skewers them away from the shrine. Static Storm is in place on the Shadow Demon. Gonna walk himself away, but still gonna fall while Nightfall is trapped in between, what, 5 members of Yakutou Bros? There we go again. Punching back and punishing Aurora's over-aggression.
Yeah, that's a nice punish. They did not want a repeat of what happened on the last Wisdom Rune, so they secured their own Wisdom, bring down the Ursa as well. Big kill, but like you mentioned, 5 heroes in that area, pretty costly. Some TPs were expended to go there as well. Now bottom lane is being pressured. The only one who has a TP ready is Bristleback, but he has no resources. He needs to run base. Resources we always talk about, you know, HP mana. I've got no resource. It was one of those interesting new concepts, you know, that came up in saying, instead of just saying no HP, no resource, because it's not always HP.
But we have lost some culture and words because of it. I haven't seen anyone say I'm in a long time. I'm
True. No one I'll bring that back. I'll bring it back. Don't worry.
Bring back the
Yeah.
Out of mana, by the way. OOM. For
Yeah.
anyone joining.
People are like, did you mean oof? Did you mean you don't have an orb of venom?
Glimpse back on Nightfall. Back you go. But we've got Disruption into Requiem. Oh, look at that setup into kill on a Weaver as well.
Ah, beautiful. Misses the first melee race, but it doesn't matter. The Weaver's so dead from that ulti. Just one raise needed. And he almost has Blink on this SF. 8.7k gold, minute 15. He is just enormous at this stage.
It is a really fearsome situation. Like, it feels good for Yakutou Bros to fight back and get some punishes, but it's, you know, twice now on their side of the map, reacting to their opponents. It would feel very good for them to have a smoke play aggressive across the river, where they can go and kill a core hero.
Oh yeah. I mean, this Battle Fury Blink Ursa minute 15 as well might just get involved. But Baboka looking for a little fishing on mid.
Straight in. Shadow Demon down. Baboka says thank you very much. And now the decision from Aurora. Scatter. Everyone go back to farming.
Yeah, spreading out. Building damage is coming in bit by bit. These Forge Spirits are getting pretty strong.
Yeah, I need to do a little bristleback check. How's he doing? What's going on? Oh, he's nearing an item. He'll get there eventually.
Looks like Lotus Orb is going to be the first priority. Going for that Perseverance build. The Dota Sama style. He's not having a very good time, but that lane did slow down his item progress a lot.
I mean, that was pretty big in Dota 1 as well, right? Perseverance on every hero.
Yeah,
Wind Ranger was four Perseverance. I remember Techies players would buy 6 Perseverances, or like 5 plus a bottle.
The thing is, Perseverance was a crazy good item back then as well, because it gave damage. So it was essentially what Cornucopia is now. But we don't see too many people buying casual Cornucopia since it has a higher cost. You have to get to 1200 before you get anything. There's a big difference in buying something for cheap and then combining and upgrading it, or saving to buy the entire thing in one go.
Yeah. We also used to have ranged heroes buying Battle Fury.
Oh yeah, good stuff. Queen of Pains and Wind Rangers.
Yeah. Oh, I do miss the Tide Hunter Battle Fury. The fake anchor smash every time.
Non-stop whirling.
Non-stop whirling, spinning.
Oh, Tusk gets RP.
And Baboka finds another one.
Oh, I thought he ruined the Sunstrike there, but then he shockwaves him back into it. Very nice. Baboka can reposition people quite a lot. 3 different abilities. It is an RP expanded, but this early on, you'll happily use abilities just to get kills.
Yeah, especially given the first 10 minutes of this game, right? Very, very sad, disastrous almost for Yakutou Bros. Now the past 5 minutes of play, much better. Responding, getting kills, and then able to cross the river, push out onto the map and you're getting towards tier 1 towers. You want this top tower, so you're going to try and kill Toronto Tokyo for it, but that disruption, that saved him.
Yeah. Disruption does stop the glimpse. Very nice timing as well.
It used to not though, right?
Yeah, I think so. They changed the way it worked at some point. There's also Yule Scepter that doesn't do it, that used to do it.
All shards. Nightfall's still going for this though. Hang on a second, does he have the damage? Fly gonna Shikuchi away. Yeah, Weaver's out there. But that's now Aurora showing that they're gonna convert this net worth into action now. Everyone getting themselves up to that top lane to defend. Straight
to Roche now, trying to build their lead. Get some more stuff going. The Ursa is gonna join in with the SF, and even just the spellcaster SF can do a lot to Roshan. Cycling these raises takes him up pretty fast as they add up the damage.
Sunstrike to scout. Yakutou Bro's coming in, and Nightfall half health with a swarm on him and a tornado in the sky. Invoker. Nightfall gets the Aegis and he's going to try and run away. He might die. He loses that first life now as Mira in the back causing some havoc with that rampage from Kiyotaka. Big damage. Pushes him into the Roche pit and slays 2 already. A third will fall, will Ollie die, and Mira bubbled up and saved for now. Nightfall looking at Fly. Trying to chase his Weaver with the razors, but he just time lapses back to safety.
What a crazy nice ulti by Kiyotaka there. Found the perfect timing, blinks next to everybody and realizes they can't stop me right now. They used up the cold snap, they used up their, immediate cancels. And you don't have time to glimpse him. The ulti is too fast, so that was just a perfect find by Kiyotaka. Waited for that moment. You can see him here, he kills the bug and then he just positions to get this nice blink in.
So very well done.
And the Dawnbreaker comboing into it, right? We always talk about how we want to see them, pair up their spells in a way that really punishes your opponents. You can have strong spells on your own, but you need to hit at the same time as each other, and that's what sets these top teams apart from what's happening in your random pubs.
All things said and done, though, the trade there is what? Invoker and 2 supports for 2 supports and the Aegis? So you kind of take the Aegis away from the Ursa, which is going to kind of halt his super aggression.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Colts caught them with their pants down pretty well there. I mean, that was close to being worse as well. The Ursa getting tornadoed. I think he was really concerned that there was going to be an Aegis steal happening. Fortunate for him, they do get it. Now with the BKB, though, I think they're not going to be deterred by how that fight was scary. BKB finished on Ursa. I think he's going to be very happy to go and take more fights. And Aghanim Scepter not far away for Invoker. Looking at the Cult Bro side of things, he's actually farming pretty damn well with his Dominator build.
How reliant are they on that RP Cataclysm?
Well, they're not.
Oh, they don't have Cataclysm. I keep thinking it's Exalt Invoker.
They're using they're getting Aghanims for the Ice Wall, so it's very interesting. It's hard for me to say that it's always better, but because sometimes it's a bit slower at forming, and it looks awkward. But the root is really, really annoying to play against. So if you initially catch people with RP now, even if you don't kill them, if you just put the ice wall under them, they will not be able to move. Right. And this can really, really mess with Dawnbreaker. In particular, if Dawnbreaker tries to ulti in and ice wall gets dropped.
Oh, the snowball save. He's done it to them. Now the Dawnbreaker ulti coming in as well. Sunstrike's good damage. Kiyotaka dropping low. He'll die. And Toronto, Tokyo, and Mira trying to find something from this fight. Nightfall comes in from the top right-hand side. Kills off the Disruptor. Bristleback and Weaver. They're trying to re-enter. Looking at Panto, but now Flyflies is caught up and taken down. No chance to respond. Beyond has been left alone to his own devices. Surrounded by Aurora. And Bristleback, not long for this world, as Nightfall will take a couple more hits to take him out.
Oh, Mira's just gonna die. Never mind. He
found Emo, and then Emo found him.
Yeah, cold snap and nice Sunstrike. Emo playing that fight very well there. Well, he did get kited for a long time by the Tusk. That looks like it was gonna go a lot better for you, Cult Bros, but things backfired a little bit as I guess they were not really close enough with Evoker to add enough spells into the fighting to keep diving up on the high ground.
I mean, reinforcements came in pretty quickly for Aurora as well. Always nice to have that Dawnbreaker just leaping on in. Because that looked like it should have just been dead Tusk, dead Shadow Fiend, fight over. But instead it was snowball save against the static storm and then delay things out, buy a bit of time.
Yeah, they do have the layers of saves as we talked about, and it's only going to keep ramping up as well. Once they get more tools to work with. They already have Blink on both their Disruption and Snowball savers. Let me see the damage though onto that SF.
Pretty substantial. Like, Kiyotaka probably thinking he's not dying there, but Fly just reins in the pain.
Fly.
Yeah, the ice wall's annoying.
Right next to him as well, back in live. The ships in the dark missed each other though. It's like, where is this SF? SF on the lane? Can I get ganked?
He should be pretty dead up here. Unless...
But the saves.
The saves? Nightfall is BKB'd, and he's not TP'd. He's running aggressively into any hero. Look at this Weaver just being shredded by him. That's what you can do with a BKB.
That's one of the things he can do with a BKB. Exploring new avenues here. He has the Basher, of course. This Ursa is just absolutely enormous. Keeps staying well ahead. Full item ahead of the Weaver.
I still feel a bit ashamed thinking the Invoker was going to have Cataclysm, you know? Just it's so hard-coded into my head.
Nah, he's changed
Invoker,
a lot.
Exort.
You know, we've seen all kinds of different Invokers. I've even seen the Wex Exort, or the Wex Invoker with Aghanim Scepter as well lately. I'm not fully sold on it. I think that one is the most awkward one, with the little twisters after a tornado. But yeah, he gets the Ice Flow instead of the Ice Wall. It is a bit easier to cast because it's vector targeted, so it's not always right in front of you. You can target and angle it,
Yeah.
which can make it easier to catch people with it.
Well, back to farming. Need a little bit more time. We're really seeing the struggles of that Bristleback. He's not really had a game. Is there an item in this game? Like, it feels like Weaver's having an okay time, Invoker's having an okay time. Magnus and Disrupt are doing their jobs. Is there an item or a thing that Bristleback can do to really come back into this, or is he just going to be fodder?
I think Blade Mail already helps him a lot, to be honest. The Lotus Blade Mail, he's trying to make himself as unattractive as possible to hit, right? Yeah, and then if he gets just a casual Sanjiasha next, perhaps, I think he's going to be able to run at people, and if they focus him, it will hurt them a lot. It will hurt them more than him. The only problem for him is that there's always going to be this annoying threat of SD being nearby, just ulting him.
So just lean into being that meat shield. And Kiyotaka working on the BKB now. Saving up a ton of money for it. So we are starting to hit this time where Aurora are incredibly scary. We've seen the Ursa BKB and the fact that he runs at enemies. I think Dawnbreaker is pretty... Has it been delivered? Yeah, it's being delivered on Courier now. So it's just the SF a few hundred gold away from it. And we have triple core BKB for Aurora. And that suddenly makes it a big issue for Disruptor and Invoker to actually cast their spells on people.
Yeah, definitely. And they rely quite a lot on it. I mean, they can circumvent the issue of the BKB a little bit by having the RP land. If you RP someone, it doesn't matter if he has BKB on or if he, you know, wants to press BKB. The Sunstrike can still do a lot of damage. Weaver, right, can still do a lot. So they have something against it. But it will get very tricky. The shield rune on SF also makes him pretty confident right now. Fly spotted him.
And what do you reckon is the main goal for Baboka right now? Is he the single pick-off kind of guy, or is it wait and see if he can get a... Oh, hang on, Weaver's dead? Holy crap!
Yeah. Yeah, the SF Aghanim Scepter is a lot of souls right now. That ulti hurts a lot, and he has the Whisper of Dread as well. So, yeah, the spell amp is there for him.
I thought he'd be okay, but he definitely wasn't. Oh, some big damage from SF. I mean, yeah, so... Thinking about that RP as Baboka, witnessing that Weaver die, tremendous. Is he looking for fishing expeditions now, or are we looking for a big team fight? Like, what's his... He would love to have a 5-man RP, obviously, but when he enters a fight, is he going to just take what he gets?
The way I see the fights working out now for Yakutou, if they want to have success, I think they need Bristleback to go first, sort of elicit some response, and then for the Magnus to be allowed to find more than just a fishing expedition. If he goes and just pulls one guy back, I think they're always going to blink Snowball, Disruption, or Dawnbreaker ulti and save that person. So he needs to get something more, like RP someone during BKB and hold them in place, or kill them before they can get the BKB off, or get multiple heroes. I don't think just skewering people is going to be enough anymore. Maybe they can use Disruptor Glimpse instead to be their initiation.
Yeah, great initiation tool.
I mean, if you see the enemy farm a lane, you just pull them back afterwards.
So primary thing right now is vision. We need Yakutou to get some of these
Definitely.
high ground wards, spot people. You need to see Shadow Demon and Tusk primarily. Watch for these saving supports so you know how to react to it, or maybe just catch and kill them initially. And both teams are going to be smoking into each other. Invoker's still down bottom. So with Aurora arriving here, 4 heroes strong, Invoker realizing it's coming will TP mid. It starts off with Bristle back face tanking it while Flyfly has just
Weaver's
died.
dead.
Nightfall has munched on him, Weaver is gone, and GG is called. They just tap out with this and give up.
Wow.
29 minutes in, they realize there's no chance of surviving against the Nightfall Ursa, who uses BKB to kill people and not TP back to Fountain.
I mean, I guess
Plays on our macro map maneuvers, everything coming up Aurora.